Patrick, how are you? I figured this is one of those things that are just so much easier if I just make a video of it to explain to you what I got in my mind. So, reading your email about what makes you special, what makes you the better choice, so where you shine, where you hustle and grind, and where you outwork your competition. I really like it. That's all really good material. In fact, outstanding material to use. The way you write about it, the way you write it out too is, it's quirky, it's fun, it's personable, it's not the typical drab. Now here's the thing. I don't know how much of the digital world or the AI stuff you follow. Nowadays anybody can just slap together a nice big panoramic image with the Lionsgate Bridge or British Properties View there, put the photo of the realtor on top and just say West Vancouver's luxury specialist or top performing realtor, whatever. And, all that means nothing, right? Because everybody else can have it now. You put 3-4 listings underneath with nice photos and here are my feature listings. Like, that recipe is tried and done. And if anybody can get it for cheap, it's no longer valuable. Can we do it? Absolutely. We have a lot of those. And to be fair, if you're a brand new agent or fairly new and you don't have a lot to say or don't want to spend a lot of time and effort on a website, sure, that works, right? But I'm feeling that you have a lot more to offer than just what works, right? So let's dive right in here. So for all the messaging factors you have, here's a really cool site sample that I found while researching. And here's the thing: we don't just look at other realtors' websites. In fact, if we do that, then everybody's just copying Soprovich and Malcolm Hasman's website, and again, they all start to look the same, right? See a pattern here, and yet here's something a little bit unusual, right? So for you, I want to open up with a very unusual yet sensational opening line, exceedingly nice, something along those lines. Then let's say you dig down and then you get into some other factoids about you, a big heading, and then some detailed text underneath that actually romances it with. Now, of course, this is a vodka website, but imagine if we fill this with photos of you in action with a buyers or sellers or a previous home that you've sold successfully, right? And then here's another idea. This is an unusual website. This is a FC Porto. Porto is a football club in Europe. Just kill the audio here. So there, it opens up with the introductory tagline, the president of the club, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, there he is. A quote from the head honcho man here, and then as you scroll down, it goes on to some historical factors of this football club. Now, I'm not suggesting a timeline right on the homepage. Of course, that's a little bit too much, so let's skip all that. But if you go down to some other parts here, then it starts to talk about what makes them special, right? Again, I don't speak a lick of Portuguese, but I can only surmise, they're highlighting some of the key moments, celebration worthy. And then here, as these text blocks come up to show that, you're a team when you're working with a buyer or seller, you always show up to your own appointments, your team is working behind your scenes with you at the forefront. All of that can cycle through one message at a time, because if you put this all in a paragraph like everybody else does in the long prose, well, unfortunately, guess what, most people don't have the attention span to read through all that, and it's just going to get lost, right? You just become another realtor website with 5 paragraphs that nobody reads. Whereas if we do this, then we can actually get people to soak in, wow, why is Patrick different from all the other guys who drive fancy BMWs or Mercedes with a nice suit and claim to be the luxury specialist or whatever that it is they do these days, right? So, and then of course this website is a football club, so it has videos in the background of their stadium and the people in action. But we can always replace this with actual home tour videos of your listings to show, hey, this is how much effort and time I put into every single home that I list. Or we can have a video of you going through a home tour with a prospective buyer to show your hands-onness of getting people through one of the most challenging and daunting yet most exciting transactions of their lives. So yeah, there it is. That's my pitch here in terms of how to organize your intro page and whatnot. Now, I know this is very unusual and unique. It's not for everybody, of course, and I wouldn't suggest this to most other realtors either. But this came to, as I was reading your email, this concept came to my mind. So I went and did some research to find which samples kind of express a little bit of what I have in mind for you. And yeah, let me know if this feels like this suits you and if this feels like it expresses who you are. Okay? Take care.